Malaysia is the next team to come onto the track, and since John Beasley, Australian, took over quite a while ago now as the head coach, they really have come on as a nation, and they have an absolute superstar of men's sprinting, Azizul Awang. He is a rock star in Malaysia.
And they've got an incredibly strong sprint team, and the endurance team's lacking slightly, and their team sprint isn't as strong as they are in the key runs and the sprints, but they are, you know, they're phenomenal athletes and have a very unique riding style compared to some other nations.
Malaysia underway.
You see a big gap there to rider 2. It's going to be hard to pull that back in. A big task for the second rider here.
Well, they do typically open up that gap, as you explained earlier, Lewis, but that was a little bit more than you would like, and you can see the crossover still well behind as that first rider swung up the track to make the change. So there's time that they've lost for no reason, unfortunately, other than a slower start. 1.5 seconds down on the time set by New Zealand at the moment. Malaysia, one rider now to come. They've maintained the second lap, only losing 0.1 of a second. So let's see if the third rider can bring this home a little bit. Now it's starting to blow out a little bit. So not ideal for the Malaysian team. Where will they sit? Top 8 teams go through, and they are 5th fastest for now. 3.3 seconds down on that time set by New Zealand.
Yeah.
Bit disheartening for some of these teams having a fast team like New Zealand be the first to qualify, because they would hope that maybe they can go quicker than that, but they are a solid team, New Zealand, and that's why they sit at the top at the moment.
It's amazing, New Zealand coming out with a very, very strong time, and I think it should hold. I mean, Japan will be close, the next rider's up, but a good ride from Malaysia. I mean, around about what the same they did so far this year in Jakarta, 50.3, and yeah, 10th at the World Champs last year, but a good ride from Malaysia, but just, yeah, that second rider losing the gap a bit too much in that first lap, and never quite recovered from that point. But as we talked about, it's a real fine art judging that gap, because you'll see that they'll have massive gaps and sometimes they'll actually come back at it, but on that occasion didn't quite work out for the Malaysians.
Still big throw to the line to try and finish things off for Malaysia. And now Japan coming up onto the track.